What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is wall framing day. We spent the last couple days here getting all the brackets set, the lumber cut up, posts made up, and as you can tell, man, I would think you could tell, it is a gorgeous, this is the type of day that I want 364 days out of the year. I'll let it snow on Christmas, but then the next day, I want it like today. We woke up to 59 degrees. It's gonna be maybe upper 70s. No humidity, low humidity, no breeze. As you can see behind me, we've got our walls laid out. With that being said, we got the jumbo nailer out. We're gonna get the compressor fired up and start framing up these walls so we can stand them. Sorry, first I gotta finish this donut Greg brought. Greg wants to see me get fat.
Trying.
I'm tired of me looking so good and juicy all the time.
Yeah, something like that.
It's understandable, dude. So instead of just a standard ring shank, you've probably seen these. That's what we're gonna be using. We're gonna be popping 3 of them per connection. Ain't gonna go nowhere. All right, so we've got the first 4 columns nailed off, and as we enter this 5th column right here is gonna be the last column in this pick. So we'll pick up 5 columns of the wall at once, and then we'll pick up these other couple columns to finish the wall and splice it together. So what we do here is I'm gonna nail off every board that's coming to this post, but the boards that are coming from this side to this post, I'm just gonna put a temporary nail in that we will actually remove once we're ready to hang the wall. So it's one of those things that I forgot, Greg's forgot a million times, and it's always good to, Greg, is this an S? What in the hell is that snake looking mark there, bro?
That one is kinda...
What is that? That's not an S. And now in this post, we're gonna nail off everything that's on this post are coming from this way. And the boards that are coming from that 5th post, Greg has this S looking figure. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like an S, an open 9 or an upside down 6 or a P. It doesn't even look like an S, but I know what he's talking about. And we'll also splice those with a nail that we can remove. We're gonna work on your S's, man. It's like, Greg, just think about the dollar sign. Make that dollar sign, man.
Good?
Mm-hmm. One thing that we do whenever we have our top board, so you can see the top board, Greg shoves a standard 2x in there, gets it stretched open just a little bit so that when he nails this ear and this ear, it's actually a little bit wider than maybe the truss is. That way, Greg, when it's time to truss, it's a lot easier for our truss to slide in there, and then we nail it and get it nice and tight. When we have a full board going through, you'll notice we only nail off 1 ear, so that way, once again, this side can open up a little, and the truss will slide in nice and easy. We don't want to fight it too much. This is going pretty good. Almost done nailing up these walls, and then we'll go ahead and get them stood up. So standing walls is the way to do it, man. If you're using a wall bracket, whether it's on a dry set foundation wall like this or a wet set pier, it doesn't matter. If you're using those and you're still standing 1 column at a time, you're just missing out on efficiencies. So easy to do all the work, make sure everything is lined up, make sure your wall is square, make sure that all the dimensions are accurate before you stand it. It's just a matter of putting our post on those marks we made earlier during layout day, plumbing it up with the Stabila plate level. You know what? You know what'd be really nice?
What?
If you could put that level up there and it beeped at you when the wall was plumb instead of having to stare, because, you know, sometimes you have to work pretty hard.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, I think that'd be kind of cool. Good?
Right there.
Where's the flex, dude? That was slow. No way this is this slow, is it? Is this a full battery? Well, regardless, we go ahead and get those lags in there. That becomes really nice and stout.
No, that definitely is quicker.
Ooh, walls look good. Bro, could that have been any better?
Oh, was that not the easiest?
That was so smooth.
I don't think that will work.
Oh, dude, that was smooth.
Oh my gosh, dude. Too good, dude.
Too good. Do you like it?
Yep.
Easy peasy. What do you need?
Right there.
So you can see the line here on the concrete, and all we're gonna have to do is just tap our post so that we're right to that line, and then we're gonna plumb it up and put our fasteners in it. Tell me when you like it.
Go ahead.
Which we're using these structural lag screws. Backs, maybe?
I don't know.
Hey guys, maybe you see something new here. Well, we just came back from lunch and my machinery hauler, good buddy, got our big scissor lift and the telehandler delivered. And this morning we picked up this truss jib for the telehandler. The reason we needed that is because these trusses will have to get hung from the outside of the building, and the telehandler is the only way to do that. Otherwise, we got to build a ramp to the inside and mess up this whole pretty, grade on the inside. So we're going to use the telehandler. And since we have it, I love the Kubota, love the Cheyenne Teleboom, but the telehandler has excellent visibility. It was made to do this exact sort of work. So let's do it.
Hopefully we got enough fuel.
Yeah, we do need some fuel. That's a good point. Oh, the telehandler is just the visibility, the control. Hey, you know what they always say, anytime you can let the machines do the heavy lifting, do it. Because it's never gonna wake up with a sore back in the morning, right? Sometimes it takes getting old to figure that out. Hey, now that you got one done on that, go ahead and go to the next one and I'll finish.
I want to finish this, dude.
Okay, man.
Don't take us away from it.
Fair enough, dude. I like your drive.
right?
Compared to what I was expecting it to be, yeah.
I guess.
I guess if it has to be right where it's at.
Pull it up, gonna catch it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Lightweight, baby.
Baby.
All right, cool. Time to fill it all in. Get that big lift over here.
Yeah.
Right here. Just go right around here. That's why God made mega decks. No, mega deck. There was a time when Greg was a boy. Believe it or not, he loved to play with toys. What? That just sounded right, dude. Seemed like that's probably what you would have done. You one of those Transformer kids?
Transformer kids.
Yeah, did you like Transformers? Are you telling me you don't know what, you've never seen the Transformers like cartoon and stuff? And like play with their toys? Not Shia LaBeouf, dude, like go way back, like.
Well, that's like, yeah, I've seen those like a few times. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't.
You didn't play with them? My toys were Legos.
We had Power Ranger toys, and that's pretty close to Transformers.
Oh, I know what Power Rangers are.
Boss.
I'm just surprised you had them. Power Rangers came out in my world. They were for babies. Only babies play with Power Rangers. I could see that. You were 10 years younger than me. You know what I came to realize? I used to think that my nail gun was always empty at inopportune times.
Yeah.
Really, it's just always a bad time to be out of nails because I never want to use my nail gun when I don't want a nail. You know what I'm saying? I used to think it was just bad timing, but really, it's bad timing no matter what because I will only be out of nails when I want to shoot a nail.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, think of that.
Solid point.
Like nail guns just make it so that I'm gonna put more nails than I'll ever need. Yeah, hop in, dude. Come hop in with me. Well, we had a pretty successful day, I think, of hanging walls. We've got the 3 big walls done, as you can see, and it's a little bit more difficult when you can't get inside the building to lift up the walls. Just from, you know, my experience, I prefer to have the machine on the inside lifting up versus on the outside kind of lifting towards the machine. It does make it a little bit easier, but it was nice getting that telehandler here, the scissor lift, so when we tied these corners together, we didn't have to climb too much. So we're going to try to get these other walls up tomorrow. That way Monday we can do miscellaneous, you know, final prep in the morning and start hanging trusses, I think. So that's kind of the goal. Got the truss jib on the telehandler, so should be easy to get those up over the wall and not have to drive inside. So yeah, end of the day, gorgeous day here. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and we'll be back tomorrow. All right guys, start of day 4 here on site. First day was spent laying out brackets. Second day was spent, I don't know. Wait, what was our second day? Second day was spent cutting up wood, making up columns. Third day, which was yesterday, we spent nailing, framing these 3 walls behind me. And today the goal is to get the rest of the walls up, mainly for the garage. Monday we've got trusses showing up, we've got sheathing showing up, so we've got a lot of work ahead of us. It's a gorgeous Friday, so let's just get right into it. Heavy. Oh, I gotta always think about using my back, not my legs, you know? I wanna stay safe. I don't wanna use them all up. Well, not to mention, I used them this morning for leg day. So all I'm doing is just lining up my center mark on this board, which is a 16-footer. Actually, this is actually cut a little short because our corner, but we've got these center marks that we're just eyeballing center of column. Obviously, you want to be close, but it's not as important to be measured out to the center of the column with a tick mark and then marking. That does not matter. You'd be wasting your time. Your building would gain no significant quality, but you'd be spending more time, which obviously we don't want to waste time that we don't need to. That's the last of the major walls. We'll go ahead and get it all connected. Then we'll get our corner columns on, and then the main living area, that 48 by 64, will be framed. This is one of those things that we would not be able to do efficiently without a plate level or a laser. While I would love to use a laser, it's just not as efficient.
Yeah.
So setting up a laser would be perfect, except it takes a lot of time and it's probably not worth it at this point. This plate level's 12 foot. It gives us an accurate reading to the length of the post. I guess if it was off, let's say it was off a full half of an inch up there. By the time we come through and put our roof on, we're gonna straighten it all out anyway, and we're not gonna add too much tension down here to our connection. Which side is gonna be out first? Okay, let's just get the top.
Okay.
Then we can tweak it. There.
Cool.
It's all you.
I think it was all me the whole time.
So always gotta be careful. Like when I lift things, I like to bring it right into my center mass. And so like, I don't want you bringing it into your center mass and me touching your...
Touching my center mass.
Yeah. It's not my idea of fun, man. Okay, right there. So one thing you'll see here is a little bit different is our girts here are gonna run past. This wall here is gonna be a 9-foot wall, so these first couple girt rows are gonna just continue all the way through. We had to do something to tie this together. So we treated this building like its own complete building, and we're just gonna attach the garage to it. But we thought for strength, might as well run these first couple through. This is gonna be completely sheathed anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But if you're looking at this wondering what's going on, we're going to run a 2x6 ledger up. I don't know if you call it a ledger, but basically a fake post up against this. And that is where these girts will die into. And then also on the interior, it'll give something for the interior to be connected as well. We just figured we might as well run these through and make it as strong as possible. I don't know, seemed like the right thing to do. Get it on the outside of the bracket, Greg. Can you do that?
Can I go take it your way?
Easy. Who needs a machine, man? We are machines.
Huh?
We are machines.
Right there.
You know, using machinery is kind of overrated. that is just a temporary brace, and the reason this wall is temporarily braced versus the other ones is because I don't have the proper bolts for the anchors that go into the foundation. It's Tapconned in. It's still pretty solid, but I would not want it to go through a big storm without some bracing. So it's braced on the corners to our walls, and that temporary brace. Now I'm not too worried it's not going anywhere. Everything else is good to go. We're gonna have to get out of here for the weekend. We got one more garage door to frame and finish off, and then we'll be ready for trusses.